So they won't sue us.
Allegedly, gotta be real. Baby, these YouTube streets, baby.
We're not trying to get flagged this evening in the name of Jesus.
They don't shut the f up.
For real.
You got Male TV.
Crystal ball, that's cool, baby, so is you. That's how I roll. If I'm shining, everybody gonna shine. I was born like this, don't even gotta try. I like shot a nigga better over time. Heard you say I'm not the baddest bitch, you lie.
So first, T.I. versus his daughter's Hymen. So, I don't know if I have like all the context to it, but I don't need that much. The headline is enough. So I did like read some. And so from what I understood, he has been attending his daughter's gynecologist appointments since she was 16. She is now 18. And he wants to make sure her hymen is still intact. And so the bigger question for me is, so what's the goal? Why do you want to know if her hymen is intact? What if it's not intact? Do you intend for her to stay a virgin for how long? And how is that educating your daughter? What are you teaching her? So your thoughts is?
First of all, I just feel like there's a huge invasion of privacy, even if that were my teenage child, and I do not have children. So let me go on record and say that. For a man to be consumed with his daughter's virginity, to me that's kind of, I'm going to use the bold word and say incestuous.
Okay.
Because when you think of a hymen being broken, you thinking about your daughter having sex and this, then the third. Mm-hmm. Why in the hell does it matter? Well, it does matter.
Okay.
In a sense. Well, it matters in a big sense. Mm-hmm. But to me, it's more important to educate your kids.
Absolutely.
About the safeties of sex, the dangers of sex,
right,
and everything that can be a consequence of you having sex.
Right. That's normal.
Yeah, I don't feel like fear is the right thing to do. We live in a different time. These are different children. You have to approach these types of things with children today differently. Hell, that girl is young enough to be my little sister. So,
right.
If my child's father, if I had a daughter, would come to me, hey, I'm gonna make sure her hymen is intact, I would immediately get him the away from her, and I would get the away from his crazy ass too. Why? No, bro. Right. And then what? Your sons, he has sons. So, are you as consumed with your son's virginity as you are your daughters? I understand men hold their daughters in high regards. You're supposed to hold your daughters in high regards. You're supposed to teach them their worth. Mm-hmm. But what can be dangerous about this is the fact that this can go a whole bunch of different ways than he intended for it to go.
Absolutely.
So, what do you think? Because the first, I got like two things that immediately popped in my head on how this can go bad for her.
I don't think she will learn how to assert herself and make her own choices, because as an adult, choices are being made about her body, and so I have to assume that she was consenting. If he was going to the appointments with her, I'm assuming he was in the office when the doctor came back and said whatever she had to say, or he or she had to say. But how did they come to that agreement that was okay? That I'm okay with you knowing this information. Like, what kind of, I don't know, psychological hold you got on this girl where she feels like it's okay for my dad to know this information? Does she feel like she don't have a choice? Does she know she has a choice? So I think it would definitely, as she gets older, it would impact her decision making. I think I don't know. That just doesn't make sense for an adult to allow their father to go to a gynecologist with them to find out if their hymen is still intact.
And at this point too, she's 18 years old, so she has to consent for him to, if I don't even think that he's present in the room per se.
Okay.
But if he is, no matter what the context is, she has to consent for him to be given that information. And I mean, like you said, if you're doing this, if she's doing that because she genuinely wants to make her dad proud that she's still a virgin without any fear of repercussions for her not telling him, I don't have an issue with it. As long as it is her choice to do so without coercion. Like,
which I don't think that's the case.
I don't think so either. But if it is, you know, hold on, what do they say? What's that word? Girl, damn, I can't even think of it.
What is it?
You know, so they won't sue us. Allegedly.
Allegedly, gotta be real. But these YouTube streets, baby,
we're not trying to get flagged this evening in the name of Jesus.
They
done
down for us.
Oh, really? Why?
Girl.
So we gotta say allegedly.
Allegedly.
It can be implied that, okay, girl, yes.
Real careful.
Fluff words.
Right.
That protect this video. Amen.
Right. I'm gonna flash it allegedly.
Ding, ding. Look how you do this guy. Ding,
Right.
ding, ding.
Right.
Allegedly.
I don't
Allegedly.
need no more misunderstandings with this shit. But yeah,
What the fuck was you gonna be telling the truth?
period. And it's other vloggers out there that is much more vocal than I am. But girl, yeah, T.I., he just needs to get the hell on. I think he's controlling. I think he is used to controlling women, i.e. his wife. Yeah. Because I know she make a lot of decisions based on what she do and don't do, based off what he'll think or what he would like, what he would want.
I even recall an instance, I can't remember if it was on BET, the Tiny and Toya show.
Mm-hmm.
He was locked up.
Yeah.
And Tiny and Toya were out somewhere, and he called from jail.
Mm-hmm.
And wherever it was, I don't even think they had been there long. But as soon as he called, they didn't like really let you hear the call, and they didn't do like the transcript where you can read it. But she left because he didn't want her there. So T.I.
A nigga in jail can't tell me.
Well, you know what, sis? I ain't got no husband, so
Me either. I'm still like, I don't care. A nigga in jail. I'm not married. I'm not even seeing anyone for that matter. But a nigga in jail, husband or not, ain't finna tell.
But the problem with men that have a platform like that, they got so many of these young men that look up to them, and a lot of young people have children now. So that can set a dangerous precedent for his younger audience that have daughters, could have daughters in the future, to really feel like they can police women.
So this is what father's supposed to do. I didn't know.
Yeah, like I'm a good daddy because I made sure my daughter stayed a virgin. I made sure my daughter did.
Until when though? So what's the goal? Like, so how long is he gonna do this?
So I don't even fucking
Is he gonna be 21 still checking on her hymen? And your hymen being broken isn't any indication that you're having sex.
It is not indicative of a goddamn thing, but that your hymen is broken.
Right.
You can be an athlete and get your hymen broken. A young lady can use tampons to get her hymen broken.
Right.
You can sit down wrong and tear your fucking hymen. So I mean,
oral sex will not break your hymen. So is he okay with her receiving oral sex? Is he okay with her giving oral sex? I mean, is that considered sex? You know what I mean?
the hymen weird though.
It is
like this shit's kind of weird. I know if my dad had come to me.
girl.
Definitely, if he had came to my mama talking about some, we gotta make sure she's still a virgin like that. Ain't no probably nothing. That not have gone over well with nobody at 25.94.
Right.
I just like
Right.
that what?
Right.
What?
Right.
What you mean?
Right. Like, I just feel like, kind of like how my parents raised me. I'm not a parent, probably will never be one, but I have, committed my life to children in all the various sectors of the early childhood field. I've been in them, so I understand. I don't know what's appropriate and what's inappropriate, and I think that's inappropriate. It's real. It's like policing her vagina. That's not okay. That's just not okay. And I think it's okay to have like an open relationship with your children where you're comfortable talking about sex, so they can come to you with any type of issues or maybe something they don't understand. But to go with her to the doctor just to ensure that she's still a virgin, it's just creepy. I ain't here for it.
No, that shit.
Ugly ass. Bye, T.I. We ain't here for it. Girl, so Robyn and Whitney. God bless the dead. Robyn and Whitney. So it's been like all over the vlogs, all over social media that Robyn is out of line for wanting to tell her side of the story. I don't care nothing about it.
Man, look.
I don't care.
Shit, that's Robyn truth. Hell, everybody.
Right. She telling her business. Whitney just so happened to be a part of the narrative.
We were young, and I mean, who didn't know that Robyn was her lady and Bobby was her man? I mean, she leave it lady alone.
Right.
God rest the dead. She not here to defend herself. She not here to defend Robyn. Leave Robyn alone. Let Robyn write her book. And let Robyn tell her truth according to Robyn.
I feel like Robyn didn't owe it to not say anything. I think she's been
silent for a long time.
Right. She was a good friend while Whitney was here. She never was in a tabloid. She never, and she could have made a lot of money with what she knew about Whitney running to the tabloids telling. She never did that. You never even saw her being interviewed when Whitney was alive. Never. And they had been friends since teenagers. So she was loyal to her while she was living, and it's 7 years post her death. I feel like if she want to tell her story, she can. Because it involves her. She's telling her truth.
I really think Whitney missed her friend too.
Yeah.
Like, when you have genuine friendships with people and genuine bonds,
right,
those are hard to shake, especially with it being somebody that knows you. Like, you know me before any of this, and I know that you are here for me because you're here for me.
Right.
Which can be a bad thing and a good thing sometimes. And that was probably the bad/good that separated them. And that's really unfortunate that they didn't get to, if they didn't get to, being that part of their friendship before she left here. Because I have friends that I've been with from knee high, and I couldn't imagine doing life without those people.
I know
like,
that's right.
I just couldn't imagine.
Yeah,
like,
I can't
you
either.
telling me because of perception or reality, if it did happen, that I can't have my friend. Like, this my friend. Like, why can't I have my friend? Why can't we have our relationship? Why does it have to be dictated by this bullshit?
Right.
And what people think and how people think. Like, that's pretty. If it's not affecting you personally, it's
don't impact your life at all.
None.
Don't impact your life at all.
Zero.
None of your damn business.
Zero. Leave folks alone.
Leave people alone. And so my thing is, her mom had a lot to do with the, breakdown in their relationship.
Mother.
Yes. Because Sissy was, so I watched the authorized documentary, the one that her mother actually spoke on, the one that was released in theaters. I think it was entitled Whitney. I'm not sure.
Bobby.
And so, girl, they talked about it in that documentary.
Bobby.
So it wasn't news that nigga, he didn't like Robyn.
Bobby.
You know, they showed them jacking in the movie. Bobby came in that bedroom and Robyn was baby was laid across their bed.
Baby, I couldn't get into it. That's that Lifetime movie.
I don't know if that was a Lifetime one or that was his movie. I think it was the Bobby Brown movie.
I couldn't watch none of it. It was horrible.
Now, the Bobby Brown movie was dope. The one that came on Lifetime was whack. The one that they did,
You talking about the BET movie? Girl, I couldn't get.
Well, Whitney was on Lifetime.
Bobby was on BET.
That nigga was on BET.
Bobby.
And BET did way better than Lifetime. And I'm glad. because that would have been embarrassing otherwise. But
I don't see
what the big deal is. Now, Robyn also talked about Sissy's parenting skills.
She should have left that shit alone.
Now, she should have left that alone. Now, you talk about what you know. You talked about what you were there for.
But if they were friends since teenagers, she did bear witness to something.
Yeah.
But that wasn't the focal point of the book. Like, how did she, I wonder how she tied that in.
I don't know. Maybe Whitney confided in her. I'm not sure. And I'm going to read the book.
We gonna read it.
Because I'm nosy.
We gonna read it.
Too nosy. And so, I'll be back.
Period.
And so, I don't know how she tied it in, but she did talk. And now, I don't feel like she should have went there. But if she's talking about their relationship, why can't she talk about their relationship? God bless her there. Whitney gone on the glory. Okay? She can talk about it now. She could have been talking about it now. It would have been questionable if she talked about it immediately after her death. Then I feel like you're cashing in on something. You know, but that wasn't the case. She waited 7 years later, and you know what? It is what it is. Do you think people are upset because their memory of Whitney, whatever, however they had Whitney in their memories, like you feel like that's being tarnished or something? Like, why do people care that Whitney had sexual relations with a woman? Why? Her voice is still fine. It didn't affect her talent. She dead and gone. It don't impact anybody's life. Damn. Then Robyn tells
I think with Whitney and what you said about that, it's real. It's a real slippery slope because people with celebrities feel like they're entitled to their decisions. They feel like they're entitled to their lives in all aspects. And overall, a lot of people just have that mentality that celebrities owe them something, and that they're supposed to mirror themselves in the image that has been curated by the masses. And that's not realistic. Let people live. Like, it's not your life to live. You got your life to live.
Right.
Let people be. Just like with Mother Sister. Like, if that was the case with her dictating Whitney and Robyn's relationship, Mother Sister, you had your life to live.
Right.
You had your career, or lack thereof. And, I mean,
right.
Leave those now your daughter and your grandbaby gone too. From the same, I ain't gonna say, let me be quiet. Yeah, but now.
And that has to be hard.
Oh my God.
That has to be so hard. Because that's like a branch that's gone.
And that was her only baby. Whitney's only baby.
Yeah.
So.
And Sissy's only baby girl.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and that documentary, I think it came out like a couple years ago, maybe last year. But I remember seeing it in the movies, and it was very telling. There was a lot of details in there. And it was, the people that were providing the details were the people that knew her best. These were like her aunts, her mom, and other people that were close to her. So, you know, the sources were creditable, and it was an authorized documentary, and it was mentioned in the documentary. And Sissy, it was mentioned in the documentary that Sissy did not care for Robyn. She just didn't. And I know it was because that girl was gay.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm pretty sure that's what it was.
Leave her ass alone.
She Whitney was freaky. You take Robyn out the equation, she's still freaky. Now what? If it ain't gonna be Robyn, it's gonna be Keisha.
That's good.
Tanya.
That's good. What you did have to do.
If it's in you, it's in you.
On Algor Internet, talking about when it was freaky. You didn't have to go there.
And I love me some Whitney. Girl, I took off work. Her funeral was on Saturday. I took off work. Because I'm just hood like that. I do it for everybody's funeral, girl. I did it for Aretha, Michael. Girl. This is me when I'm with my goals. Y'all used to see me by myself.
Yeah, she be being quiet and stuff and real reserved. I just don't have no sense.
Apparently on this video, I ain't got none. So
we having fun. So
speaking of people that ain't got no damn sense, their mama down to the school, jacking up their little boy and beating him like that. I had a huge problem with that. So I worked in the school system. I worked in foster care, and I've seen mamas like that. I've never seen anyone get beat like that though. But I've just seen some ignorant ass mamas come through, to school. The way she jacked that boy up, the way she drug him out of that cafeteria outside, and the way she proceeded to beat him like he was a damn slave, called him all kind of MFs, all kind of niggas. You said
don't flag our video for the use of the N-word, please.
Right, because she called him a nigga.
She was quoting.
Do I say allegedly? If I actually heard her mama call him a nigga, I'm gonna be safe. She allegedly called him.
Yeah, we just gonna say allegedly too.
Yeah.
For all intents and purposes.
Right. Yeah, it broke my heart. Most parents that provide that type of discipline don't know any better. They don't know the long-term, implications behind it and how they can impact your child. Education, how we can, we right here by the hospital. Every time I do a YouTube video, my followers know. They know every time I do a YouTube video, they go to damn ambulance. And it's a Saturday night in Memphis, so listen. It's going down.
It's cold tonight, so they gonna act right. It's 30 damn degrees outside. I hope these folks ain't with the shit tonight. Baby. Take y'all ass home.
The Methodist is right here and the Med is right there, and
take y'all ass.
And then the helicopter landing is right there, so
take y'all ass home
every time.
So we can finish our video without all these sirens,
right?
As the elders say, sirens.
Damn, so disrespectful. So yeah, I don't think parents that provide that type of discipline, to me, that's not discipline. And I argue someone down that it's not. It doesn't provide any type of guidance. I don't understand when and where the teachable moment was in that. Now, am I opposed to a child getting their ass whooped? No, but the way she beat him, humiliated him, I wouldn't hit a dog like that. I wouldn't treat a dog like that. I wouldn't treat an animal like that. And so, following up, I know you said they got her ass, right? They got her kids.
Allegedly, they have removed her children from the home, and I think that it was 3 or 4 children, the oldest being 12, and the youngest being between the ages of 1 and 3. And
what did he do? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. So I won't go there. It doesn't matter what he did. But that's humiliating.
He's in elementary school, first of all. And we know about children because we deal with children.
Right.
So it's and we just gonna shoot. I'm gonna shoot straight from the hip. It's a lot of children that are not diagnosed, but these kids are suffering from attention deficit disorder and ADHD. And a lot of these kids, for the most, they are not diagnosed.
Right.
Whether it be because the parent will not consent to testing,
right,
or they have been tested and the parent chooses not to go with the treatment plan that is outlined,
right,
or I'm not an advocate of medicine, so I would, if my child was given that diagnosis, I would do everything in my power to figure out what we can do without medicating my child. Now, that ties into this scenario because there is a possibility that if this child has had the same behavioral infractions time and time again, and your child cannot pay attention in class, when your child does not pay attention in class, or if it's something that they don't understand, if they're bored. So it's a lot of different things that can go into that. But you have to sit down to get a clear understanding of exactly what it is that's going on. And
that involves you being involved in your child's education. And you have to be an
active parent.
Right.
Because that is not just a teacher, an administrator. No, that takes a team. That is truly the village.
Right.
And whatever this child did, because I just saw a clip of the video, my spirit could not take me watching it later abusing a child like that, because there was abuse. And it was emasculation. So she's teaching him at a young age that his manhood means nothing. That it's okay for an adult male, but she's a woman, to talk to you any kind of way, call you all kind of bitches, hoes, niggas, and that's discipline. This is how I'm displaying my love for you. So this shit can go real left, because what if he grows up thinking that any woman that he gets with, because men can be abused too.
Right.
And he chooses a woman that's in the image of his mom. And all his mama did was slap him around when he did shit that he wasn't supposed to do. And call him bitches, hoes, and niggas.
Right.
Because people, men and women, choose to pick partners that mirror their parents or their parent figures. Mm-hmm. So,
or all of that aggression that he had.
He could become an abuser.
Right. All of that aggression that he never was able to express to his mom, then he take it out on some woman.
And imagine being that young and not knowing peace. Cause your mama talking crazy, you telling you, you know, the one person that was put here to guide you and nurture you and help you develop into the highest being that you can possibly become, being the very person that's tearing you down. And this is shit, the first teacher in the home is supposed to be the mother and the father, if the father is there.
Right.
But that creates a space of fear. And I personally don't want my kids fearing me. Why the hell do I want you to be scared of me? I'm your guidance. I am supposed to give you guidance.
And it's a huge difference between discipline and punishment. Well, guidance and punishment. It's a difference between the two. And like one is just a quicker reaction to something, like you did this, I'm finna pop you, versus you did this, we're gonna talk about it. You know, come up with some solutions, better way to handle things, whatever. But
if you need to be popped,
and talk to the way I was. See, my parents followed up with both. Pop, now come here. We're gonna talk about this. You know,
my mama did too.
Like, yeah.
I'm blessed to have come. My mother was young when she had me. My mom was 21 when she had me. So she was a young mom. So hell, we grew up together. But I'm just blessed to have a mom that wanted to do things differently.
Okay.
So I didn't get whoopings that often. Okay. So if I got a whooping, I really did something. Yeah. And my mama made it a point to talk to me. She made it a point to talk to my brothers to see what it was that was going on, because it ain't no manual for parenthood.
It's not.
But you give your kids life with the supposed to be the expectation of guiding them to be good people. How can you set the tone of being a good person if you can't even talk to them like they got sense? Because they are human beings. They're micro humans. That's what I call them. Right. Little micro humans. They just, they gonna get on your nerve. They gonna spend all your damn money, eat up all your good food, get your backseat nasty, all of that. But damn, like, and it's probably too, she was frustrated with that little boy. Maybe he not making an excuse for her whooping on him.
Right. And I did think about her circumstances.
Like, had you come up here for this problem before? Is this an ongoing problem?
I think so. From what she was saying, she was like, if this teacher had to call me one more time, and she was like in his face, like no stuff. She was like, nigga, if this teacher gotta come and call me one more time, it's gonna be me and you. Like, talk to him like you're a grown man. And I'm not a parent. Maybe she's a single mom. And she was constantly leaving her job, and there was,
and that'll piss you off.
Yeah,
like, look, buddy, you see, I'm at work. I'm trying to provide a living for us, and you keep doing the same.
And I'm gonna mess around and lose my job because I'm coming up here because you're doing whatever.
And then what we gonna do?
Right, and that can be frustrating, and especially when you have more than one child.
Yeah,
that can be very frustrating. But you're a parent. You're a parent. And you have to be responsible, and he's your responsibility. They called you. What I know about ACEs, which is adverse childhood experiences, is that form of abuse, that verbal abuse and physical abuse, can have like long-term implications as far as diabetes, cancer, drug abuse, him being an abuser. And so,
because you internalized it, just like you internalized illness.
That's your world. That's what you know. That's what you know.
A person constantly calling you names, telling you not this, and I'ma do this, and that's just like speaking affirmations.
Yeah.
You could speak positive and you could speak negative, and if you're constantly speaking negative, you're internalizing negative, and who want to live?
And
like
how
this?
can he go to school
Especially
and learn?
a child,
Right.
So now you done humiliated him in front of all his peers, and you know kids can be cruel.
Yes.
Ain't no telling these kids, hell, they can start, hell, bullying is rampant as hell now. So that could be an instance that creates bullying instances for him, because these other kids that have witnessed this could probably feel like, hell, it's okay for me to talk to his ass like that. I said,
right.
She did.
And like you said, kids are cruel. And I remember even when we were growing up, if it was somebody that, you know, their mom or dad came up there and whooped them. And not to that extent. I never saw anything like that. But if I saw, you know, if we saw somebody get a whooping or whatever, like, to this day, we still talk about it. You remember that time when
someone came up there and whooped her?
Yeah, we still talk about it. So, like, I can't imagine, like, what. And that traumatized the other children there, too. Especially children that's not used to seeing stuff like that. Especially children who not used to hearing that language, because not everybody parents talk to them like that. My parents did not talk to me like that.
My mom ain't cussed at us. Like,
my parents did not talk to me like that.
I ain't even whoop with no extension cord, or as we call it, extension cord.
I didn't
no damn whoop with no extension
and
cord.
I got whoopings. I did, but my parents, they never humiliated me in front of people. So I never got a whooping in front of like my friends. I never got a whooping at school. I didn't put up with school.
My mama left welts on me. Look, my mama left this brood.
I don't have those stories, and my parents did their form of discipline. One of their forms of discipline. I'm not gonna say that was their main form of discipline, because I didn't get whooped all the time, but I did get whoopings. But my parents did believe in whoopings, but I never got beat like that. But my parents never embarrassed me in front of my friends, and I'm glad they did. And so I teach teachers at a local community college. So those adults who are aspiring teachers who are in the program to become teachers, I teach them, and what I teach them is about whoopings is it doesn't provide any guidance, and I teach them that it just teaches children, so how do I not get a whooping again? Okay, so
and children are more intelligent than some people.
They have more access to the world than we did too, so they're much smarter now.
Yeah, like they are highly intelligent, and I find that even with the baddest ass kid, you can disarm them verbally, without cussing, without
you can give a discerning look and get your child right together. I used to do it all the time.
On my face,
I'll make you think I'm gonna jump on you, and I won't say a word. I did it all the time when I taught first grade.
I'm just gonna keep your ass up.
Right.
Excuse me.
Right. Baby.
But a lot of these kids just want to be listened to.
And they don't feel valued.
They don't. Children are capable of having conversation on their level of understanding. Mm-hmm. So just because they can't come to where you are, you can definitely reach them. And yes, good ways to talk to children. How do you feel? Okay, so what happened with this? Mm-hmm. Why did you do this?
How do you think we can do it differently next time? What are your thoughts? Ask children what are their thoughts.
How do you feel?
Right.
How did you feel when this happened? How do you feel when mommy says, well, not necessarily mommy, but whatever your lingo is. Mm. How did you feel when miss, why are you in class doing this? Okay, so if you're doing this, don't you think X, Y, and Z could possibly come from you doing this? Mm-hmm. So if you speak to them on their level, I promise they gonna get it. But you really have to understand how they communicate, because every child communicates differently as well.
That's so true.
So learn your child, learn your children.
It starts with, and so this is something that I teach. It is very hard to combat, to respect children, especially in the South.
Because children are to be seen and not heard.
Right. And so that's foreign for people, to teach educators to respect children, to teach parents to respect their children. Because they just see it as a one-way street. Like, you respect me, you the child, you're gonna do what I say, point blank, and a period. But you have to respect children.
And their feelings are valid.
Right.
They are valid. They matter. Mm-hmm. And I think if people could shift their mindset to understand that they matter, like they matter. If they didn't matter, they wouldn't be born with 5 senses. They wouldn't be able to hear, smell, touch, taste, and see if they didn't fucking matter.
Think about all the effed up people you know. Siblings, cousins, friends, co-workers, classmates. Think about all the effed up people you know. I guarantee you they had something in their childhood that happened that effed them up.
Because childhood traumas become adult traumas.
It doesn't go away.
No.
It doesn't go away. It gets worse. It gets worse.
And then they start bringing kids into that.
Right. Because nothing magical happens when you turn 18 and become an adult.
Or 21, or 25, or 30.
35.
45, 50.
Right. It doesn't go away. So what happens to a child, it carries with them their entire life. If, they're not, they don't receive any type of like therapeutic services or anything like that. But I wanted to get to the point where they don't have to receive therapeutic services. I wish we could live in a world where they wouldn't have to, but I hope that the mother and other parents like her somehow can get some type of education, receive some type of support, because that lack of parenting skills come from either she was parented that way, wasn't parented at all, and stress. I bet she had some type of ACEs too. What happened in her childhood? I mean, it's a cycle. It's a cycle.
It seems to be a cycle.
So,
I just really hope that for her, the motherfucker recording it needs to go to jail.
Yes.
But
what is she wearing to hell? Because she gone. But sitting up watching, like, I could never sit back and watch a child get beat like that.
Okay.
And I don't care where I am. I don't care if it's out in public. I don't care if it's at a school. I don't care where I am. I could not sit back and watch a child get beat like that. And I can understand you not intervening for your safety, because she probably would have Stone Cold Steve Austin ass. But I would immediately call. Right. I would immediately call 911 on the spot, because I just could not watch a child be handled like that.
Because as a person that's employed in an education environment, you are a mandated reporter.
You are.
Whether you want to be or not. If
right.
you are employed in that environment, guess what? You are responsible.
Sure.
And sometimes you could be held legally responsible if you do not follow proper procedures if you see abuse.
Right. I'm glad it was recorded. I'm glad it was posted.
To save that baby.
To save him and to save his siblings. So here's my thing. If she beat him like that in front of people, what goes down at the house? That's so scary to me. So, yeah,
because you have to factor all of that in. Like, if you will show your ass like that in front of people that you know can call the police on you, oh, baby, you have the potential to be a cold piece of work.
You're dangerous.
Oh, my God.
You're dangerous.
Oh, my gosh.
You are a danger. Yeah.
I just pray that she gets whatever it is that she needs for herself to be complete, so that she can be complete for them kids at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
And understand that she made a mistake and owns it, and makes the strides to do better moving forward.
Right.
Because like we said, ain't no manual for that.
It's not.
But you gotta want to do different stuff with your kids. Like, the old way is gone. That shit is obsolete.
And it starts with education.
Yeah.
It starts with education.
Old way is gone. Get that out your head. The old way of doing stuff it's not effective, and it's not gonna work. That shit didn't work for y'all. So, I mean,
this is people on Facebook. I don't see what's wrong with what that mama did, and they all idiots. And it, like, soon as I would like read the name, I was just like, of course.
Oh yeah, look,
of course.
it makes sense.
Yeah, sure. Right. Right. Bye.
So I just kind of like,
of course you said that. Of course you believe.
Like, delete me, please. Like, so we should have had a little wine. I think we need a little wine.
And I hope this hasn't cut out.
I hope not. Because
my phone do that sometimes. So we gonna end here. Follow me at YouGotMail_TV on Instagram. But Follow me on Instagram and follow my girl. It's
My Instagram name is weird, so I'm not gonna tell you all my Instagram name.
Scroll across the screen.
You can find me on Facebook. My name is Ashley Janae Jackson.
Alright.
We're friends on Facebook, so you can find me on her friends list. I'm Ashley.
And so I've never given y'all my Facebook information. Melissa Nicole, and that's with an H. Joyner, that's with an I. So that's Melissa Nicole Joyner, Joiner. I was gonna say at gmail.com. That's not I got a giveaway. I forgot about the giveaway. I'm giving away the Natural Cutie planner.
My sister.
Yes. So
you don't have it.
Yep. So I'm just gonna show it. I'll put up the picture.
Okay.
So what I want you to do, I want you to comment down at the bottom. Tell us what you thought of this video, and we're going to pick the lucky winner. I'm gonna let you pick whoever, and you'll win the planner. It's a 12-month planner, and the cool thing about this planner is you can pick up any time throughout the year.
It does not have a year on it.
It does not. So it's not year specific. So all the calendars, while it is January through December, you can plug in your own dates. So you can start any year, any time of the year.
Okay.
And it's relevant, and it has like self-care tips inside. It has like a little budget sheet inside. It's really, really dope, and I'm super proud of my friend for creating it. And it has really enhanced my life and helped me, be organized. So y'all drop down, comment in about thumbs up this video, please. And we'll see you next time. Share on your favorite social media platform, right?
I got a disclaimer too. I know I talk fast, but y'all know we Southern, so our folks that's not Southern, just slow the video down a little bit. It'll make a lot more sense.
Right. Be alright. Y'all be alright. Alright, y'all. I'm getting with this little bit dress on.
Yeah, she showing all y'all the good.
That I want to wear at church tomorrow, but I can't do it.
She can't wear it to church.
When I
She cannot go to praise and worship without on.